Shearbeck with it in the corner, gives it up to Zimmerman. Just had the video cut out. I am not sure why. I have no idea. Plath with it up top. Over Shearbeck. Hopefully the Wi-Fi connection stays. Still shows we have no viewers on this one. Just a few seconds in. Shearbeck catch and shoot. 3, got it. Lancers take a 35-31 lead. Jones with it in the corner. Still no viewers. 33-35, Lancers lead. Plath into the front court. Rutz with it over to Isaiah. Shearbeck in the corner, thought about a 3, but he pulled it down. He'll shoot the mid-range jumper, no good, but gets the rebound, tipped out from Ben, and Paul able to finish that one, 37-33. See, we've got a viewer now. Starting to get some rolling in here. Again, my apologies, the other live stream. And the Lancers will take a 37-33 lead into halftime. We'll take a bit of a break. Got a bit distracted towards the end of the half by trying to get the video back. We just had it completely disconnect and had to start over with the live stream. My apologies there, but not really anything I can do. I'm not sure why it happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. We'll take a break here for halftime. Be back with a few minutes left of intermission. Talk over the first half and get ready for the second. For those of you just joining us here, it is halftime, 8 minutes, 20 seconds about left in intermission here. 37-33 Lancers lead. My apologies, the connection completely disappeared on the other video. I'm not sure why. So yeah, I mean, if there's anybody watching the video that you know of, doesn't know what was going on, if you could let them know, that'd be greatly appreciated so that they can find the. I know it's what connect type of connection you're really gonna be able to have. So, um, anyway, so yeah, we'll be hopefully on this video the rest of the way. Um, thanks for joining us. About 6.5 minutes, and we'll get underway with the second half. In the live chat, I was asked if I could run down the score totals for each player. My apologies, I don't have those. Um, it's just a little bit much for me to try to keep track of up here doing camera, talking, and keeping names straight and everything else by myself. So, um, my apologies, I don't have those. I know Paul's had a good game for the Lancers, hit a couple threes. Ethan, I think, has hit one. Britain's shot a, but found ways to score underneath the basket, and Ben's done a nice job out there tonight. Playing in a physical game against this Lake Holcombe team. Ryan, I'm not quite sure about. Isaiah with a few points for the Lancers. We will also was told in the chat to try using data instead of Wi-Fi. Well, I'd like to, because that would work better, but I don't quite have enough that I can, because the live streaming uses up a lot. So my apologies. Hopefully the broadcast stays solid the rest of the way. I'm gonna go get a drink, and we'll be back in right about 3 minutes. And we're back. Ready for second half between the two teams here. Hopefully everybody that was on the other video trying to watch was notified so they could get to this one. The connection just completely disappeared for me. It's back now. Zimmerman in the corner for three for the Lancers. Just a little bit off the mark there. And Lake Holcombe will come the other way. Through there from Kinney is good. Gave up quite a point range on the season. And they've been, you can see it tonight. They're a very good shooting team. Ryan Fowl goes to the line for 2 free throws here. First one was good. Second one just a little too strong. Rebound pulled down by Kinney and the Chieftains. And a travel called against Lake Holcombe. Lancers get the ball back. Just underway in the second half, 17-10 left in the game. Plath up top. Over to Sido, far side. Looks for something to do with it, gets it back to Isaiah. Lancers got to move the ball around well here. Ruts in the corner out to Sido. Ethan drives inside, kicks out to Zimmerman. Catch and shoot three. Just a little bit short. Ryan not having his best shooting night from three-point range. Ben goes up with it on the putback. Gets fouled to go to the line for another 2 free throws. Lancers in the first half didn't come out playing their best, but down the stretch they were able to really put together some possessions and took the lead into halftime. Ben hits the first free throw. Lancers lead now 36-39. Ben second there, left it short, and Lake Holcombe the other way. Number 4 for 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ben, but he lost it on the way down, and Jones able to put it back up and in. Plath gets up to Zimmerman across the timeline. Ruts in the corner, back to Ryan. Ruts on the baseline. Lancers good ball movement on this possession. Like to see it. Ben goes up with it, had it blocked from behind, and block called on Ryan Zimmerman for Lancers. Second personal, team's first. Minnick gives up for Kinney. Lake Holcombe working it around. Ryan comes away with the ball. Uses the right hand off the glass and scores. Lancers lead back to 3. Feed down low for number 24, Kinney, taken away by Isaiah. Sido over to Zimmerman. Isaiah looking for something to do with it. Lancers got to keep the ball moving. Can't stand still out there. Ruts in the corner. He'll take the 3. Got it! Britton Ruts knocks down the 3 for the Lancers. 44-38 the lead. 30-second timeout. Lake Holcombe Lancers trying to bring a little more energy back into this game. that's more what we need to see down there. Just want to see that ball moving around better. I think the Lancers' court vision hasn't necessarily been super sharp. I think there's been a few times where they've had an open shooter that they weren't quite able to hit, but they were able to hit Britton there. Hopefully that keeps rolling, which we like to see. We knew it would be a physical game. Fouls can end up, and lost connection there for a second. They gets it off to Rut 7, far side, shoot. And now we're back. Hopefully everybody can get notified and get back on. The connection just gave out for a long time there. I'm really not sure why. It didn't seem like a internet connection issue that time. And Lancers tipped the ball out of bounds there. Lake Holcombe gets it back in the time we missed. Ethan hit a big three for the Lancers. Score is now 47-43. Flater also answered with one of his own. Big block there from Ben. Lancers work the ball up the floor. Again, my apologies for connection being the way it is tonight. Would really like to see it get better. Not sure if it will. Lancers setting up baseline. Sheerenbeck catch and shoot three off the inbound. No good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Sito. Plath with it far side. Sheermeck and foul call. I thought maybe they could have called the foul there on Jones. The ref had the angle though. Call the carry on Paul. And Lake Holcombe will get the ball back. Crank shot there, no good. Lancers looking to push the other way. They'll slow it up in the half-court offense. Good feed from Sito to Oster down low. Puts it up and scores. 49-43. Lancers up. Shot there from Lake Holcombe, good. Ball poked away, taken away by number 24, feeds to Flater, who scores it for Lake Holcombe. And got a timeout called on the floor by the Lancers. Full timeout. 10. Lancers have had some really solid stretches in this game, I think, and some stretches where they've gotten sloppy with the ball. That's going to be big. I think if, based on the fact that the fouls seem to be a bit of a non-factor right now, not too much foul trouble for either team. The one I would say for the Lancers is during the time the connection was lost, Ryan Zimmerman picked up his third and fourth personals. The second one, I think the last will go out there right now. 4 personals for Emmanuel. Sheermeck gets the floor to Sito. Just out of the timeout here. Sheermeck over to Ethan. Now back to Paul. And pass intended for Britton there. Stolen, taken the other way by Lake Holcombe. Foul on Paul there. Trying to guard the shot. team's fourth. Isaiah comes in for Paul. (49-48). Lancers on top by only one. And that free throw there ties it up from Jones. Zimmerman with it in the corner. Gets it up to Ben. Oster finds Rutz. Looks for something to do with it. Picked up his dribble at the low block. And they call a travel on him. That is the call. Game tied up at 49. Just a second under 10 minutes to play. Lake Holcombe gets the ball in. Jones with it. Feeds to number 41 and travel called there on Cleagley. Lancers will take it. Zimmerman will inbound. Gets it in for Plath. Up the floor to Siddle. Finds Rutz and tried to get the pass off to Britton there. There were some defenders in the way. I think he's got to make that pass a little sooner or else not make it at all. It's just my opinion. Zimmerman in the corner, feeds Britton, turnaround jumper, gets the friendly bounce, and Lancers go up by 2. Britton in this game hasn't necessarily been scoring in huge numbers, but there's been a couple times where Lancers have really needed a bucket, and he's gotten it for him there as Lake Holcombe ties the game up at 51. Plath up the floor for Emmanuel. And goes up underneath, no good. And on the putback, got it. 53-51, Lancers up by 2. 9 minutes left in the game. Left in regulation, that is. And kickball called there on Ethan. Jiskra into the game for Lake Holcombe. Chieftains get the inbounds in. And ball almost on Ben. I don't know what Ben could have done there. Call him for the push. I'm not arguing that it wasn't a foul. Just a really tough situation for him, and a tough call as well. 54-53 the score. Lake Holcombe takes the 1-point lead. Oster at the top of the. Zimmerman in the corner. Thought about a 3, didn't take it, and now foul will be called. A reach on the Chieftains. Siddle looked inbound for Lancers baseline, trailing by 1 with 8.5 minutes left in the game. Try to get in opposite corner for Zimmerman. Tough pass to try to make there. Tipped out of bounds by Chieftains. Lancers will get another crack at getting it in here. Zimmerman in the corner. Feeds to Oster. Now Siddle kicks to Rutz. Zimmerman pull-up jumper off the glass and good. And Lake Holcombe comes the other way now. Ball swatted away there by the Lancers. Couldn't quite get the ball though. Lake Holcombe continues to maintain possession of it. And another travel called there on Keegley. 54-55, Lancers with a 1-point lead. One thing I believe I think would be surprising. Sermon's jumper no good. Lancers get the offensive board though. Plath at the wing. I think he could have been willing to shoot that, but hasn't taken a lot of attempts on the year. Rutt's open in the corner for three. Got it. And the Lancers take a 58-54 lead. Rutt's with a few big shots in this game now. But going back to what I was saying, 3 no good there. Lake Holcombe has not pressed as much as I anticipated. I had thought that they would press more. Britton just couldn't quite handle the pass there from Ryan. Turnover to go the other way for Lake Holcombe. Four-point lead for the Lancers. 6:45 left in regulation. Minnick gives it up for Crank. Crank kicks to Minnick. He'll shoot the three. A little bit too strong there. Rebound. Almost pulled down by Ben. And Isaiah able to control it. Gets fouled. I haven't seen a lot of scoring from Crank tonight. Averages 15.5 points a game. Lancers have done a decent job shutting him down, I think. But they do have to continue to guard the three. That's something that that in stretches not done well here tonight against a very good shooting team. As Ryan hits the three in the corner for the Lancers. 61-54 now. Lancers trying to put together a little bit of a run. 7-point lead, one of their largest. And ball lost into the backcourt, picked up by Sitto. Looks for somebody to give it to here. Zimmerman catch and shoot three, left it way short. And Britton was trying to save the ball from going out of bounds there. Potential block, but no foul was called. Number 13, Derek Jones, in the game here tonight. Don't believe we've seen him out there yet. I could be mistaken. There's been a few times I've been trying to get the stream back online, so who really knows? Lake Holcombe working the ball around. Kinney will pull up with the jumper, no good. Rebound, tipped around. Lancers unable to come away with it. That's one they want to have. And no good in the corner there from Flater. Lancers can be thankful for that one. And now a foul called. Excuse me, on number 35, Crank. His third personal, team 7th. Zimmerman will be at the line for 2. Zimmerman hits the first. Ryan, a very good free throw shooter on the season for the Lancers. 81.5% at the line. And makes them both. 63-54 now the score. Well, I should correct my shooting both, but because he is able to make them both, and Lancers get the ball back. Couldn't see exactly what happened there. I think Lake Holcombe just kind of lost it out of bounds. Zimmerman gets it in for Plath. Looking to push, gets up to Rutz. Didn't go up with it. Kind of think he could have there. Ethan wide open. Opted not to shoot it. He couldn't have had it in rhythm, so I can't say it was a bad decision. You always want to take those shots in rhythm. Oster at the line for the Lancers, shooting 2. Well, it's a 1-and-1. The players didn't know. Isaiah hangs in the air. What a finish underneath. Lancers stretch their lead to 11. It has been, as we expected in a couple ways, it's been a scrappy game and very, very physical for both teams, and both teams pushing the pace. Sito in the corner, thought about a 3, didn't take it. Kinney up the floor, and Isaiah tried to block him there, couldn't get to the ball. Able to score it for Lake Holcombe. Sito up top. Lancers out here. 1 left in the second half here. 56-65 Lancers lead. Lancers knew this game would be a challenge coming in. Not going to come away with anything easy against a team like this. And really, the way Lake Holcombe has shown they can shoot the ball during certain stretches, I think no lead is really safe. Lancers up by 9 right now, but with tons of time left on the clock, shooting 44% on the season, they've shot the ball well tonight as well. Four minutes left in the game. Both teams being told to hurry it up in the huddle. Lancers back out on the floor now as well. Zimmerman looked inbound along the baseline for the manual. Gets it in for Ben. Oster to Sito. Oster underneath, kicks out for Zimmerman. Now Ryan playing unselfishly tonight. Recognizing he hasn't had his best night, but he recognized it early and hasn't taken too many shot attempts. As foul called there on the Lancers. Made the unselfish play, got it to Britton in the corner. Hit a big 3 for Emmanuel. .330 left in the game. Crank their first one, no 8th. Excuse me, team 6th. Rutz with it for the Lancers on the inbound for the Lancers, but here Jones able to lay it in. Ball tipped around, taken away again. Lancers have to limit those turnovers. You can't give that up. Getting flustered there by the full court press, and now a foul called on the Chieftains. Bretton will shoot the 1-and-1. (59-68) the score. Lancers leading Lake Holcombe. Rutz at the line. Front end bounces around, wouldn't quite go out of bounds. Touched by Lake Holcombe. Lancers catch a break there, get the ball back. Zimmerman gets it in for Plath. Isaiah goes up and finishes off the glass. Nice drive inside by Isaiah. Able to elevate, use the glass, and score. Feed down low for number 4 Jones there, and gets fouled pretty hard there by Isaiah. The last foul that was called I just saw was Jones's fourth. On another note, he has 4 fouls. Foul on Isaiah, first personal, team 7th. Zimmerman out there playing with 4 fouls for Emmanuel. Picked up his 4th fairly early in this first half. Up the floor to Rutz, and uses the glass and scores. Lancers manufacturing a fast break opportunity there. 3 there from Flater, got it to go. And full timeout called Lake Holcombe. Lancers gave him just a little bit too much space. I wouldn't say very quick trigger out there. And both teams back out of the time now. Plath catches off the inbound. Back to Zimmerman. Up the floor to Rutz. And now Britton gets fouled. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left. So Lake Holcombe fouling there. Just moved to 10 personal or 10 team fouls. Lancers up by 10, 72-62. Rutz at the line on the double bonus. First one off the mark. Burton gets the second to go. Stretches the lead to 11 for. And thought Ben had the block there, but they'll call a foul on him instead. Ben's 3rd personal, team's 8th. And Isaiah fouled on the inbound there. Lake Holcombe opting to foul. Isaiah will go to the line. Isaiah's had a good night out there tonight, following up back-to-back 14-point performances his last couple times out, both season highs for him. That's another reason you can put down for the Lancers. Turning into a bit of a dangerous team they've got. They play largely with a 6-man rotation, and all 6 guys lately have been coming on strong. Ryan not having his best night tonight, but I don't think you can look at one for that. And also he knows when he's having his off night to let up, and he's done that tonight. And also, I would say the opportunities haven't necessarily been there, so I can't completely say he's not saying he's had a bad night by any means. Rutz underneath, uses the pump fake, goes up, scores it off the glass. Britton, another great outing tonight. Lancers, all 6 of those guys putting up strong nights every time. Foul called there on Ben. That's his 4th personal. Kind of surprised on the call. If it is indeed on Ben. Ben's asking the ref who it's on, and congratulations to Caden Kinney, number 24 for Lake Holcombe. just scored his 1,000th point of his career.
Hard work and determination by scoring his 1,000th career point at Lake Holcombe School.
Congrats for Caden Kinney. Joins the 1,000-point club. Big night for him. Minute 25 left in the game. Lancers lead 77-66. With Kinney at the line looking to complete the three-point play. Rolls around, wouldn't quite drop. Trying to tally himself up for one more. And foul called there on 22 Dixon. First personal. Lancers in the double bonus. Ryan will shoot two. Hits the first. Second one is good. Kinney with it near side. Now ball kicked out for Jones there. Three was no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll be Lancers ball underneath. Isaiah gets in for Cito, and Ethan's fouled. Now he'll go to the line for two. These free throws for the Lancers, always important. You can always either ice the game with free throws and really put it away, or miss them and keep a team in it. Lancers leading by 13, 79-66 with minute 03 to play. Ethan missed the first. Second one rattled around, wouldn't go either. Kinney up the floor. Excuse me, that wasn't Kinney, that was Flater. Flater, he'll catch and shoot. No good there. Rebound pulled down by Oster. Hands off to Zimmerman. Ryan up the floor, avoids the foul, gives it up to Isaiah. Out to Ryan. And he'll dribble some clock down here. Lake Holcombe not fouling. Flater will take it away there. And good feed there for Crank. Able to finish, and here Flater will foul Ryan. Sim will go to the line for two. And Lake Holcombe will put a fresh five out there on the floor. Getting some of the bench players some minutes. And the Lancers will as well. Zimmerman makes the first. 80-68 now the score. And Lancers put four new ones out there, and Paul Schiermeck will wait to check in for the shooter. Ryan at the line. And makes them both. Schiermeck will come into the game now. Lancers with Paul, Daniel Hine, Toby Shish, Daniel Mayhew, and Levi Whittorp out there. 81-68 score, 20 seconds left. And Lake Holcombe will throw that ball away. And Daniel stepped out of bounds there trying to save it. And number 14 there on the catch and shoot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Daniel Hine. 5 seconds left. He'll bring it up the floor and let the clock dribble out. Solid game tonight here on the road. Love to see it was really close all the way till the end. The Lancers were put some separation out there. Good game played tonight by both teams. I think Lancers just showed in the end they were able to defend the 3-point line a little bit better at the very end against very good shooting Lake Holcombe team. Lancers were also able to limit the turnovers just enough to get by them and put together a solid outing here tonight. Lancers will move to 11-4 on the season. Lake Holcombe now 13-7. And your final score tonight, 81-68. I'm Ashton Loomis saying thank you for listening tonight from wherever you may be, and we will see you next time.